Hey guys, my name is Nate and this is my brother Steven. Together we are Wingman Merch.
Thanks for checking out our video. We put these up about a month after we shoot them. If you'd like to catch any of these videos live, check out our Facebook page. The link is in the description.
There was a little interesting news that got released today. I don't know if you want to touch on this. It's more of your world, just about how things are going in merch right now, or how Amazon is handling things.
Yeah, I don't know all the details because I was out of town. I heard some inklings and I was trying to check some stuff that we had, but I didn't see any major changes on our stuff. But I think because of how we handle our business, we don't rely on old listings. Okay, so
Yeah, tell us a little bit.
supposedly older listings over a year are getting ASIN changes, which is not that big of a deal, but it's dropping off a lot of the organic searches for it. So I don't know exactly if it's keeping the BSRs or not, but if you go and search cat shirt, which we do all the time, you'll notice that that page looks drastically different.
It's like
slow with the
surgery.
mic. A lot of the merch shirts are dropping off. The older listings that have been staples to very high searched places like cat shirt, like any of the single word shirt search terms, are starting to disappear. Supposedly they're changing up ASINs. That's dropping off a lot of the indexing. So older listings are coming off and newer listings are getting an opportunity to rank, which is really good for anybody that's constantly uploading. It's really good for new people coming in. It means you have a lot more opportunities to rank. Because we're always niching down very far, we should see the biggest benefit in this, because now when our shirts sell, they have even more of a chance to get up where we wanted them to get, because the people that were holding up those top 10 listings on, say, cat shirt are not there anymore. At least the merch shirts are not there anymore. There are other non-merch shirts that are there, and I guess that's why going into next year, we're not solely focused on merch. Because of stuff like this, where things are constantly getting mixed up, you just have to be on top of it. It's a constant grind. You can't really build a brand. I don't want to say that. It's difficult to build a brand on merch.
Yeah, you just have to be on top of things. I can say for the last couple of days of doing uploads, and today even doing uploads this morning, and then checking some of the landing zones where those shirts went, I'm seeing all of my shirts in the top 10. So if you're paying attention to our 5-step test, if you've looked at the Wingman approach video that kind of overviews everything, like how we're doing our system, that stuff is definitely working. So yeah, it kind of sucks that, some people are seeing their older stuff fall off, but for people who are still uploading, for people who are new to this and want to get their shirts ranked, if you're following our landing zone idea of finding, a good place to put a shirt before you design something and making sure that your artwork's going to fit there and fit what the customer is looking for, I think that you'll see your shirt starting to rank in that top 10 more often than not. So a lot of people were kind of freaked out about this. I heard about it and immediately just told Steven about it, because I was like, that's not something that's interesting to me.
It didn't faze me at all, because of how we teach, and what we're doing is always on that. Taking action, making sure you're putting listings up. Don't rely on old stuff, because things are constantly changing. I've talked about this a lot, even before this news came. Amazon's search algorithm is constantly changing. What's showing up is constantly changing. They're rotating out listings. There's a lot of things going on. So just be on top of the stuff. People are always concerned about keywords. Do the best that you can, but make sure you're getting listings up. That's going to truly determine if you're having success or not. I think that's why it didn't faze me at all. They was like, oh, some of our shirts dropped off. I'm like, okay, what of our sales? Has it changed that much? Not really. Are we still doing uploads every day and cranking out more every day? Then it shouldn't affect us that much. It should open up a lot of opportunities for us, because we're on top of things and moving in a constant better direction. We want to build brands, build brand recognition, build up our own customer base. That to me is a defensible business. Jason Miles kind of talks about that, defensible business. We don't want a business that can easily be washed away. We want to start building on solid ground. So if you're in here, nothing should change too much for you. Just keep uploading, keep taking action. I guess our doubling down system is really what shines through. And maybe next month we should do that.
Talk about doubling down.
Yeah, and we're always trying to do giveaways, so maybe we should do a free class next month on doubling down.
Okay.
And I think that's something that we haven't touched a lot on this group, but maybe we should do that. And do a free class, do it on doubling down, show people kind of the tools that we're using to do that, and then explain that better. So that this shakeup, if you have made a listing a long time ago and that's kind of your bread and butter, and then you don't know what to do next, doubling down, I think, is kind of what's happening. So if we did have a listing which we had that was selling really well and now it's gone, does that affect us really? Not too much, because we've put other shirts and gone after those same customers in different ways, and we're constantly, I don't want to say attacking, we're constantly giving those customers different things to buy.
Yeah, we use like, just a few amount of niches that are like our go-to that we're constantly making designs for, so that we can understand those customers and what they're buying. It's easier to find sales when you're doing things that way, just going back to the same place that you found success with already, because there's going to be continuous customers there. If you're following our 5-step test, you'll find a good place to put a shirt. And I think that has shined through, like Stephen was saying, all of the changes that Amazon has gone through. Just random tip, I have noticed that Amazon is kind of pushing running ads more lately. So still the same information that Stephen talked about, a few weeks ago, excuse me, setting a budget, making sure that you're not going crazy with that. They're saying, just run ads. It's only $10 a day and all this stuff. You can do that, but just check on that, the ad spend, check on how that's actually affecting you, if that's actually helping you, or if you're just throwing money at their ad system. But yeah, we just wanted to touch on that. That was something that kind of came out this weekend, and today a lot of people were talking about it. So I just wanted to say something here on Merch Monday. Glad Steven that's back so he can talk a little bit more intelligently about that. Like I said, I was just like, here, you look at all this information that's been sent my way and, make something of it. So.
Yeah, and I guess this is another part of what you're going to be talking about next year, partnering. Having the ability to ask me that question when you're kind of like, it's information that affects your business, but you don't know how to handle it. I wouldn't say you're freaking out, but you were concerned, and being able to sit down and just talk about it. And then you're like, oh, okay, it is affecting us, but not in the way that you assumed. And I think that is a piece that is another thing about partnering that it's kind of hard to show all the benefits of partnering, but partnering is a huge part of our business. Even when the PPC ads and all that stuff was changing, the ability that I had to reach out to people to go, okay, what's the best thing for me to do in my business? Instead of like, oh, I got to start watching PPC videos and trying to understand that, I can get direct advice for me for being able to reach out to my network and the partnerships that we have. So I just want to point that out again. And Nathaniel will be talking a lot more about that next year.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for next year to talk more about the partnering thing. I think we've done a really good job this year explaining, at the end of this year, explaining, our system and organic search and how to kind of attack that. But there's so much more to the Merch by Amazon system that I'm excited to, touch on some other things, other ways of using it. We've seen some people start posting in this group, hey, I've partnered with this company or nonprofit or whatever, and had success with that. So that's exciting to see.
And even asking questions like the people going, oh, I'm trying to do this with my church. How can we? I think that's where you really like to help people, is like when they're trying to partner up, being able to answer a lot of those questions.
Exactly.
And the fundraisers, like, oh, I'm saying profit, but they're not really responding, and being able to go, okay, well, like you said last week, I don't know any nonprofit that doesn't accept a donation. Yeah, that was like a aha moment for us again to go, oh, okay, this is how we can make this work.
Right. So lots of cool information coming. We'd like to keep you guys updated as much as possible. But to move into what you guys are probably a little bit more excited to hear about, actual people winning free stuff. Let's talk about
You didn't make a giveaway?
No. I've been slacking this week, I'm not going to lie.
Can we do that in post? Weekend. Have like some firecrackers come up and...
Go for it. That's all.
We need an editor. I guess I'm going to say that on here. We have
a few people who help us, but yeah,
we're always looking for people to.
If you enjoy editing videos,
I want to be able to like point to something and be like, oh, can we do this in post? And then like firework, and then just have a firework come up.
Yeah, we're always looking for people to partner with, whether it's in merch or with this teaching thing that we're doing. So if you guys have that editing skill, feel free to reach out. We can definitely use your help. All right, so to talk about the winners, we talked about the prizes last week and kind of throughout the week. I mentioned it a few times. of what we are giving away. I'll just go over those real quickly. And instead of fumbling through all of the random number generator and the Excel sheet and all that stuff live,
It was just boring.
That, yeah.
I was like, let's not do that live again.
I've done that like a half hour before the show. So I have all the names and stuff over here to my left. That's where I'm looking. But to go over the prices real quick, the Wingman Approach Overview. Anybody who commented on any of that stuff last week, we have your name. It's a big long list. I'm going to go through and actually message you guys how you can get the Wingman Approach for free on Gumroad. So look forward for that. If check your messages. I don't know if we're not friends, it might go to a certain filter or whatever. But if you did comment on something last week, then you will be receiving a link for that, which is awesome. We have the holiday asset list, which that was going to be for 3 winners. We have seats to the art class, that was going to be for 2 winners. And then the account audit, that was going to be for 1 winner. So I guess we should have had like a drum roll sound bit here as well.
In post,
right.
Whoever
The 3 winners for the holiday asset list are Jen Barney, Melinda Horaz, and Stacy Harlow. So
nice.
Congrats, you guys.
Congratulations.
Again, I will be sending out messages to you guys as well for the holiday asset list. I feel like most of you guys have been around for a few months now. So I'm glad that people have been around are, winning stuff. I love new people as well, but those 3 have definitely been commenting on a lot of stuff and helping us out with things. So that's awesome to see. The next prize of the seats to the art class, which is actually this Friday. I'm going to do a soft plug for this at the end of all this stuff. But those 2 seats are going to go to Jezza Smith and Sakina Andreades. Sorry if I messed that up.
Nailed it. This is why I don't say any names on camera. That's not something you can fix in post. You just have your mouth open and then the words will come in.
Yeah, so congrats to you guys. I will be, again, sending out messages to you guys for those seats to the art class, which is going to be this Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't make it, recordings will be sent to you. And if you are interested in what the art class is, there's a picture in our pin post that will actually tell you all about that. It's only $10. We want to keep that price really low. I think the information that I'm talking about, I haven't heard of anyone else talking about doing art this way, and definitely my knowledge of the last 2 years, specifically on merch, of what's been working there, I think will help a lot of people out. It's only an hour-long class, so it's not going to be like some super, overwhelming amount of information. I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible. But I guess that's my soft plug for the class that I'm teaching this Friday. So I'd be super stoked if we can get a bunch of people in there. Like I said, I think this information is going to be awesome and help a lot of people out. It's just a quick, simple, easy, free way to do designs and, the kind of the logic that I'm using behind making designs for merch.
Yeah, the core of our teaching is taking action. We're trying to teach in a way that you guys can easily take action and start having success. That was kind of what we started this group on. I feel like we've been able to carry that through. There's just sometimes things have been a little unclear because of the wording that we use, and we're trying to get back to just simplifying. Here's stuff that you can take action on, and here's how you actually do it, and then show you and kind of not handhold, but walk you through the process at a slower pace so that everybody is on the same page. But I think even more than just your last 2 years of merch information, like the fact that you've been in the
t-shirt industry
industry for so long, that's the information that I think is going to be the most helpful. And I want to try to bring more of that into this group. That's why I'm kind of handing this off now to my brother because it's going in a better direction, I think, than both of us. I think the keywords, we've really hammered that home. Nathaniel knows it like the back of his hand now. So my direction of how I want to steer this group, I kind of feel like has run its course. Now, Nathaniel taking over and wanting to do a lot more in partnerships, teaching a lot more of the art side and doing creative deal structuring, I guess, essentially, seems a lot more exciting, and I want to be able to hand that off to him, so whatever ideas that he has, he can run with. Because before he was like, oh, we should do this, and I was like, no, we're not doing that. I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, it was really important to set that strong foundation. We do think keywords should be the first thing that you're trying to learn when you come to merch. It just makes the rest of the process so much easier. It makes listing to other places so much easier. So I think we've done a good job of that over the last 9-10-ish months.
Has it been that many?
Yeah, not quite a full year. We started in
February,
February, March.
Yeah.
So now that we feel like we have that, we feel like we've really nailed that down in the Wingman approach and the 7-week courses that we plan on teaching a few times next year. All of that information is kind of, there. So now we want to start talking about some other things. For some reason, Facebook is not showing us comments on this live video, but if I click over here, we can see them.
Is that what you were checking?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was wondering, I was like,
Facebook,
nothing.
just like Amazon, is always changing, so we'll figure it out.
Okay.
But we're glad you guys are here.
Is it better if I had the laptop or something open to be checking all that stuff? I guess we'll figure that out.
Yeah, whatever. All right, so the last winner, the one I am very excited about for the account audit. This is only going to one person, and that person is Jeff Stevenson. Congratulations to you. I will be going over 5 of your listings and kind of telling you, my point of view. Again, the last 2, almost 3 years of being on merch, what I think you could be improving on, whether it's your art, your keywords, whatever. I do a pretty deep dive on those 5, which is why I'm limiting it to only 5. But I'm super excited about that, Jeff. So I'll be sending you a message as well. If anyone else is interested in account audits, I plan on taking that, I guess, scheduling a little bit more seriously next year. But if you are interested in me going over your listings, telling you what I think, definitely reach out to me. That's not like an official thing I'm doing quite yet. I've reached out to a few people in this group, and they've helped me as much as I've helped them, I think, with feedback and things. So that's been awesome.
It's the thing that we've gotten the most like raving reviews about.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, we've been trying to do some type of coaching or something and not been able to pull it off due to the timing. So your idea of like having it recorded was like, oh, we could actually do this. And now seeing the feedback come back from it is like blown me away to where, okay, how do we actually add this to our business now, because it is helping so many people. And it is like catered to how you like to help people, very direct and poignant for that person.
Yeah, no, it's cool for me to be able to use all this knowledge that's rattling up in my head, and in such a direct way, like Steven said. That's how I like to help people, is that one-on-one. I really liked meeting
face
up with
to face,
people
yeah,
on the road and just being like, okay, where are you at? How can I help you? What are
and after
your
that road trip,
specific
I'm
problems?
actually excited now
Yeah.
to do a road trip, and the fact that I don't have to drive.
So, congrats to all the winners. Thank you guys for commenting and being active in this group. Again, we love action takers. That's what's kept us motivated, seeing you guys say, oh, what you're doing is helping us. We actually have a few shout outs that I guess I can transition into of people doing exactly that. Or Jen, again, someone who's just been around since the beginning, helped shout this group out a bunch at the beginning. We are thankful to her, but she posted this week sometime just saying that she was thankful for this group and that she's making money consistently, with some of the stuff that we've helped teach her, and that is fantastic. We love knowing that. We love seeing the people that we're helping, and whether you want to share your numbers openly like she's doing, or just send us a message, all that stuff just helps encouraging us. We took this teaching thing a little bit more seriously this May, just seeing if this is the right fit for me and Steven's personality and what we like to do. And I think the one thing that we both agree on is just like, it's awesome seeing people have success with what we are trying. We love moving forward and failing forward, as they say, but to see other people learning from our mistakes, taking advantage of us running full force into some of these brick walls, really helps us out as far as motivation goes. So we love seeing that. So thank you, Jen, for sharing that. Shout out to you.
Forgot we have that success stories tag. I have not been using those tags, and the recaps. I haven't been doing that either.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on, but we want to get better at that. But if you do want to read some of those, we do have some of them tagged in the Facebook group, which you can see at the top right of the discussion when you come to this page. So those are nice just to go back and read. And of course, like Christy, every Thursday showing gratitude in this group and just talking about what she's learned, or ideas that come to our head. So we love having you guys talk about what's working for you and showing some of that success. So thank you, Jen, for posting that. And then I also wanted to shout out Joanne, who's been helping us out in the group a little bit. But she said, for anyone who is an educator or a student, Adobe is doing a deal today for Cyber Monday. So if you're watching this late in the future, sorry, probably missed this. But it is $14.99, I think, for the whole creative suite for Adobe. which again, I say this a lot now that we're
Adobe
talking about
fanboy.
Yeah, I'm an Adobe fanboy. I love all their programs. I have the Creative Suite myself. I use their programs. I've probably used them daily for the last like 10 years. So the
That's
fact that you
extreme.
can get it's probably pretty close.
No, I'm saying it might be true, but that's a little.
Yeah, I am a fanboy for sure. But the fact that you can get all of those programs for $14.99 if you're a student or an educator
Is that monthly or
really
one time?
Fantastic. That's a monthly, but it is much lower than what you would be paying otherwise. So that's a great deal. If you guys are interested in all the programs that they have to offer, which are all fantastic, definitely suggest checking that out. I wish I had what do they call those links? Help me out.
You lost me. What kind of link?
The link that we were partnered
affiliate?
with. Yeah, the affiliate
Affiliate
link. I couldn't even think of the word.
You took a hard left, and
yeah,
I was
sorry.
trying to follow you. I was like,
I wish
he's
I
a
had an
fanboy. He's a
affiliate
fanboy. A link. You got me.
That's not a sponsored message. That's just me loving Adobe. what I
Maybe you
was
should
trying
reach
to
out to them.
So that's all the stuff that we were going to talk about today. Again, just to remind you guys, this art
You want to
class
just check to see if
on
we
Friday.
have any questions in
Yeah,
this,
I
since
can
we
do that.
can't.
The art class is on
we
Friday.
can't even open all. Okay. No.
Our art class is on Friday, the 30th, so this week, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link for that, if you want to find out more, is in the pin post under monthly class. We are going to try and teach a class every month, and Stephen just had the idea to do our class next month for free,
Yeah, Christmas
talking
gift.
about doubling down for people, a little Christmas gift for you guys, so that will be cool. We'll have to figure out exactly what we're talking about, but we've talked about doubling down in the pre-flight, and I think that did help a lot of people just going back and seeing what's working, and we'll talk about some tools to do that and kind of summarize, I guess, what we've been talking about up until this point. So we're excited about that, and the only other thing that we have coming at you, besides those daily posts that I'm trying to stay on top of, is this Wednesday we're going to try and do another live. Those are kind of more impromptu, just what's going on either in that day or our personal lives, or some idea that we have or something. Usually by the middle of the week we have here's a new idea that we should bring up. So we like doing those impromptu videos, and we will just be staying in touch with you guys, letting you know what's going on in our world.
Yeah, we want to do interviews and stuff like that, and I feel like Wednesdays will be the day to be doing stuff like that. So
yeah, we talked about it, I think last Wednesday, no, the Wednesday before that, of just like our network, and we want to tap into that more. It's not all just about t-shirt information and merch by Amazon, but we do have a pretty cool network built up, and being able to interview some of those people and just bring their knowledge here to this group so you guys can apply it to whatever you've got going on. We know a lot of people in this group aren't just fully on merch, they're doing RA, OA. I'm praying for you guys right now. Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I remember those days. I say that always like a long time ago. But
man, when we were driving up, the amount of lines we saw with just cars trying to get into stores, I was like, I remember.
Yeah. No, talking to
And
people
having the
today,
flashback of doing that, I was like, thank you, God.
Yeah.
I do not have to do that again.
There's a lot of messages sent to me the last week, and I was with family and friends, so I didn't get around to them. So just checking in with people today, and they're like, yeah, that's great. I'm shopping right now, so don't bother me, basically. I was like, okay, sorry. Forgot about the OARA rush. So hopefully you guys are out there killing it with that. I know, there's good money in it. That is a good thing to do. It's just not for me and Steven. I actually went Black Friday shopping.
We should preference. We've done it for a very long time, and it wasn't a good fit for us. That doesn't mean it's not a good money-making opportunity. No. We are very thankful that we do not have to go out and shop, because that is not a good fit for us.
And hopefully if you guys are like us, we can help, make that a possibility where you don't have to go out shopping.
We actually did some Black Friday shopping.
That's what I was about to say. Well, you vicariously went through me and did it.
We were out dropping friends off at the airport on Thursday. It was Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Late. And then we were coming
was
home, and Desiree was like, oh, I want to stop at the store. And I was like, I don't want to do that at all. So as soon as we came home, we were using Nathaniel's car. So then he was coming out, and he was like, oh, I was just going to, I don't know what you were going to do. Just go downtown?
Movies.
Oh, go to movies.
Yeah.
And I just gave him my wallet. I was like, this is what my wife wants, if you can. Either before or after the movie you went.
Yeah, we went before the lines were super long, and then after the movie, because Best Buy was open till like 1 or whatever, we went back and bought some stuff.
And you snuck out because the line was super long, you said. And then you were able to...
Right after the movie, I had to use the restroom, and in the restroom there was a Best Buy employee. I was like, what is the best way to get out of here without waiting like 2 hours in this line? He's like, a lot of people don't know this, but there's a checkout in the back. I was like, oh, perfect.
It was the best way I ever shopped. And my wife walked up in the morning. She was like, oh, thank you. I was like, perfect.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I was with some friends, so we waited in line for like maybe 30 minutes, and then we're out of there with, some stuff. So it was a win-win. I got to spend Steven's money. Steven got to make his wife happy. It's all good. All right, but thank you guys so much. We want to value your time in Q4. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully, again, you guys had a great holiday season, or Thanksgiving, and hopefully
holiday
the rest
season.
of your
That's a good
holiday
fit.
season.
Yeah.
Well, we're going into it more so. So hopefully you guys continue to have success with OARA, and we can help you guys with that merch knowledge. So thank you guys so much, and we will catch you on Wednesday. All right, guys. Bye.